4:15 on today's TMJ4. And looks like we may get a break in some of these morning hours as well. So the morning commute actually looking pretty good as we look ahead.
Yeah, which is good news right now as we headed over to Scott Steele, who's watching all this stuff. Is this really interesting to you? It must be as a meteorologist, right?
Are you kidding me? I don't sleep the night before. It's like, gets very exciting. Yeah, gets the blood going. You know me, Suze.
Yeah,
this is
right?
very interesting stuff. And I mean, how much more interesting does it get than 60 degrees yesterday at the end of January, coldest time of year here in southeastern Wisconsin. We set a record high temperature yesterday and record rainfall as well. Copious amounts of rain falling all across southeastern Wisconsin. Our Jesse Rick is going to go over some of those totals for you a little later on. But first, here's Viper Radar HD on the wide view. And the reason I've widened it out is I want to show you that there's a bit of a break in the action here, a little dry slot that's working its way into southeastern Wisconsin. So there will be a period of time where we get a bit of a break this morning. But look at all that snow back off to the west. That's eventually going to fill right back in. Let's zoom into southeastern Wisconsin and show you who's getting hit right now using advanced Doppler 4 radar technology. And you can see the transition line taking place from Sheboygan through Fond du Lac. And there's some pretty good snow falling right now for you fine folks in Fondy. Also northern Dodge County, just north of Beaver Dam. But there's that dry slot starting to work its way in from Waukesha into southern Washington County. So there will be a bit of a break in the action for a little while here, thankfully, during much of the morning commute. Let's go ahead and check out the advisories and the warnings that are in effect issued by our friends at the National Weather Service. The National Weather Service has issued the Storm Team 4 alert through 6 o'clock this evening. Winter storm warning in effect for Sheboygan, Fond du Lac, and Dodge counties. Winter weather advisories for the rest of us as we see the transition from rain to snow just a little later on. Speaking of rain, here's a live look from our airport tower cam. You can see that rain coming down against the lights, still pretty heavy in some spots across southeastern Wisconsin. Your weather headlines on this midweek Wednesday: a sloppy snow takes over, followed by wicked winds that usher in a polar plunge. It's going to get nasty cold out there before you know it. Outside right now is still palatable. 32 degrees in West Bend and Port, 34 in Milwaukee, but just up to the northwest. Look at that. 1 below in Bismarck, 8 in International Falls. That cold air is coming at us from the northwest. Satellite and radar combination shows that enormous surge of Gulf moisture coming from the south to the north and east. Back behind the storm system in the colder profile of the atmosphere, the snow starting to fall. And that'll be the story as we go through the day today. A wide patch from east central Iowa into northeast Wisconsin and toward the UP of between 3 and 6 inches of snow, with heavier amounts in far northeastern Wisconsin around Crivets and up to the eastern UP of up to a foot of snow. And then the cold air sweeps on in behind. So your Storm Team forecast for today: windy with rain transitioning to snow if it hasn't already in your neck of the woods. Much, much colder as temperatures falling through the 20s. For tonight, down to 7 degrees with snow showers and flurries gradually tapering off. It's going to be windy though. And for tomorrow, our high temperature only 13 degrees with patchy flurries. Bitter cold here. Wind chill starting the day at about 10 to 15 below, and tomorrow night our lows down to 2 below zero. Frigid. Here comes Milwaukee's one and only 3D HD 7-day planner. I think we get to see some sunshine on Friday, but it's not going to warm us up. Caitlin, our high temperature on Friday, 7 degrees. That's a 53-degree difference in a couple of days.